Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to University of Texas at Dallas, and welcome to the Confucius Institute at UT Dallas. 10 years ago, the first Confucius Institute was established. 7 years ago, the Confucius Institute at UT Dallas was established. So now the Confucius Institute as a whole is 10 years old, and Confucius Institute at UT Dallas is 7 years old. So we celebrate this anniversary. And today we have a whole day's event. Now this is the final event, and it is also the signature event, the performance of traditional Chinese music. The performers, they are all from local communities. They have been practicing for several months, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. And the Confucius Institute at UT Dallas was the brainchild of Dean Dennis Kratz. And therefore, it is fitting and proper for the father to give the congratulatory remarks to the anniversary of the Confucius Institute. Now, let's welcome Dean Dennis Kratz to give the congratulatory remarks.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's a party. It is the 7th birthday of Confucius Institute, and the 7th birthday, as Professor Gu said, of the wonderful Confucius Institute at the University of Texas at Dallas. And how else to celebrate a birthday than with music? Now, my knowledge of China and Chinese culture is infinitesimally small. I try to learn a little more each year. And this year, I was reading the works, in translation, of course, of the great philosopher Mencius. And I came across a phrase that he said, if the king truly loves music, can the state of Qi be lacking anything? Well, there should never be a Confucius Institute without music. And I think it was a brilliant idea. I congratulate Professor Gu for the idea of having a Chinese traditional music orchestra affiliated with our institute. They're wonderful performers. Please join me in welcoming the Huayang Orchestra, and happy birthday, Confucius Institute.
Thank you, Dean Kratz. He's also the executive chairman of the board of directors. Today, I also like to take this opportunity to formally introduce to you someone I'm sure you have already known. This is Professor Chen Zhang, who is Associate Director of the Confucius Institute from our partner university, Southeast University. So, Professor Zhang, will you please speak a few words? So, Professor Zhang, would you like to say a few words to the audience? Okay, Professor Zhang is very modest, so he declined the opportunity to speak to you. Since probably you have known him for a long time now. Now, I think we have had the preliminary birthday celebration. Now, let's have the real thing, that is the musical performance for tonight. Now, let's welcome our musical performers. Please clap your hands. I'll give the floor to the performers. finally, I have finished my job. It's their job.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Song of Cathay, a highlight of traditional Chinese music brought to you by the University of Texas at Dallas, Confucius Institute, and played for you by the Hua-Yun Orchestra, the Dallas-Fort Worth area's premier Chinese orchestra.
女士们、先生们，欢迎来到华韵华章宋先贤孔子学院日民乐专场。请大家把你们的手机静音，还有如果想拍照，请不要用闪灯。
Before we get too far into tonight's show, I'd like to give you a brief overview of the structure. The first half is going to be traditionally Han Chinese music, coming from primarily the eastern part of the country, whereas the second half will be focusing on traditional music from the ethnic minorities in China, mostly in the western part of the country.
I hope you guys enjoyed the first piece. The first piece reminded me of a poem which is projected on the screen in English. The Chinese version is 抱竹僧踪一岁除。 春风送暖入屠苏. What a happy time.
Indeed, where there is happiness, there is always love. In keeping with the theme, our next piece will warm your heart with its soft romantic melodies. It is called Embroidery Pouch.